Hi, welcome to my channel, The Divine Storm 369, and I'm going to do a reading for you. So this reading is going to be a third-party reading. Okay, it's going to be read from the masculine perspective. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at their energy towards the divine feminine energy and the karmic partner. And please keep in mind, this is a general public reading, you guys. So just take what resonates in this reading. Information for personal and private readings are down below each video in the description box, along with my email. So if you would like to book a reading, just email me and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. So I'm going to use my tarot deck here. We have not pulled out my tarot deck in such a long time, right? So we're going to be using that today. So let's go ahead and shuffle. One more time. All right, Spirit, please reveal to me. Show me the masculine energy in this reading. Show me the masculine energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the feminine energy. And we're going to start channeling through the masculine's perspective now. All right, so this is going to be how the masculine sees their feminine and how the masculine sees the karmic partner. Okay. Spirit, please reveal to me, how does the masculine see their feminine? Okay, and Spirit, please reveal to me, how does this masculine see the karmic partner? All right, so we have a Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I would rather die here on my feet than live a lifetime on my knees. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles for the masculine energy. All right. And here it says, if you've been grown up enough to find faith in me, then the least I can do is return the favor. And don't you guys just love my Knight of Pentacles? I mean, honestly, right? Anyway, so one of the very few shows I ever did watch. And you know, this is Dean off of Supernatural, in case you have never seen it. All right, so anyways, with the Knight of Pentacles, okay, I think that this masculine, it's like, I feel like this feminine here, first of all, has kind of lost faith in this masculine, lost faith in their ability to progress or grow up. And I feel like for this masculine, they're like desperately wanting to prove something to their feminine. Okay, so they're like, I want to prove something to my feminine, but this feminine does not see it. Okay, so they're like, I'm trying to show my feminine something, but my feminine doesn't see it and they don't want to see it. And that's how they feel. For the karmic energy, we do have the Emperor. Okay, so this is very masculine energy. You cannot be frightened of everything you don't know in this world, is what it says here. Okay, so I feel like the karmic energy wants this masculine to be afraid to progress, to grow up. Okay, so there's something here to where the karmic really holds this masculine back. And it's like they make them afraid to progress in their life. Okay, so they really hold them back. And we'll talk about what type of ways they do that. But I'm seeing that this dynamic has started with the father. So with the masculine's father, I feel like their father was this way as well. And this karmic is kind of picked up where the father has left off, is what I'm seeing here. Okay. I'm also seeing 44. So someone could be 44, all right? Or maybe you've been seeing 44 a lot. But 4 stands for stability, completion, okay? And you know, April. April is the 4th month, so someone might be an Aries. We also have Cancerian energy here. All right, let's get some clarifiers. Spirit, tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles. Spirit, tell me more about the Divine Feminine energy. Spirit, tell me more about the Karmic energy. This one just does not want to stay, right? So let's just talk a little bit about like the personality, the traits of the people here. So with the masculine, I do feel like they're stubborn. They're very stuck in their ways. They take a very long time to make decisions. They take a very long time to show any progress. For the feminine, I feel like you're very deep, very emotional, but you do have a tendency to hide those emotions a lot of times, or maybe even act like you don't care, but deep down you do. So you're someone who doesn't really like to show or express your feelings outwardly, you know, and I think it's because you are feel so empathetic and deeply emotional, okay, that it makes you feel very vulnerable when you do put your emotions out there. But I'm also seeing this masculine has caused you to feel very vulnerable in the past emotionally. And so I think that when they're trying to show you that they're making progress in their life, you don't want to see that, right? Because I think they've made you feel vulnerable. I think they have got your hopes up before, only to like crush them a little bit. So it's like you try not to show them how you really feel towards them. So for the feminine and masculine, you might live quite a distance away from each other. I have travel here. Okay, so really you might live quite a distance. And for the masculine here, we have ladies' man playing the field, not serious about anyone, not ready for commitment. Okay. So for some of you, the third party is actually the father, the masculine's father, or the feminine's father, either one. Okay. And it feels like they are coming in between your relationship. Or this masculine with ladies' man, they have a history of being a player. Okay, they have a history of not being able to commit to one person. Okay, so I think that a lot of people have actually given up hope on this masculine because of that. They also have a tendency to have sexual relationships or physical relationships without any commitment or strings attached or involved. Okay, and I think they've been doing this for a long time. And there's a feminine here who has hoped and had faith that they would change, that they would somehow break this cycle, break this behavior. But I think that in the past, your hopes have been crushed. And so when this masculine comes forward and tells you that they want to change, tells you that they want you to have faith in them, it's very hard for you to do that because they have crushed that before in the past. I also feel like this is a masculine who has trouble keeping their word, okay, when it comes to commitment. For the karmic energy, we got their guard being up. We have guarded. And, you know, I do think this is a father type of energy who has taught them not to fall in love with any feminines, to keep your guard up, okay, to not let anyone control you. That if you fall in love, that's control. You will let a feminine control you, control your life. For this masculine, I feel like for a lot of them, if you're resonating with this, they did grow up with like a single father raising them. And I do think that they taught them like to be this ladies' man, to always have your guard up, to resist falling in love, that nothing good ever comes from it. That, once you fall in love, they will just want to control you, dictate every aspect of your life. Okay. And so it really has made this masculine very kind of disrespectful to feminines in their life. Okay. And feminine, you see that. You kind of feel like they're kind of a prick. They're kind of an asshole because they have been disrespectful of your energy, of your heart, of your soul, okay, of your emotions. And so you have a tendency to hide those. Okay. All right, so let's get our trigger card here for the masculine energy. Karmic. Okay, so this masculine actually might still live with their father, or they still really take their father's advice like over everyone else's, and it's bad advice. This father has taught them not to open up, not to fall in love. They've really kind of taught them to use women, okay, sexually or physically. And it's unhealthy. It's very, very toxic. And this masculine has not been able to progress or like progress or grow or learn as a soul because they haven't had that connection, with the feminine energy. And it's like they always have this guard up, but they don't realize they always have this guard up because that's what they've been taught. And I think it's time for this masculine to break away from this father energy and start their own life to make actual real progress. And this is about, evolving as a soul, growing up as a soul. Okay, it's not necessarily physical. Your age has nothing to do with this. This is breaking away from what is controlling you. And this masculine's father has been controlling them. They have been creating a very toxic environment. And you know what? Damn near brainwashing them. Okay. And this is the type of person to say, oh my goodness, don't ever get married. Once you get married, your life will be over. They will control every aspect of you. And it's like they paint this picture of like once you get married, you lose your masculinity and become like this, whipped kind of like pathetic, like, I don't know, slave or something. And that is not the case, right? So it has really like impeded this masculine's growth, and they have actually become afraid of relationships, and they've become afraid of love. And you know what? Deep down inside, their father has done this because they don't want to be alone. They are afraid of their son growing up. And I feel like this is all they've had. So this is a single father. This is all they've had, their son, and they're afraid of them growing up. They're afraid of them starting their own life, their own family. All right. So let's take a look at the feminine energy. All right, feminine. So truly you have been an inspiration in this masculine's life. You have really inspired them to kind of broaden their horizons. And I know that you don't see it and you don't feel like this, but really it's true. Okay. So you have been an inspiration for this masculine to want to change, to want to grow up, to want to open up and be vulnerable towards love. You have been that inspiration towards them and wanting to leave a toxic environment. Okay. So this masculine has been learning a very karmic lesson from their father. All right. All right. So let's take a look at the karmic energy here. And third parties can be anything, even family. All right. There is for sure karmic family members, and a lot of us have them. So we have abundance, manifesting magic into your life. Okay. So yeah, that's what this father has manifested for their son. It's like this father has manifested the son really holding themselves back. Okay. So yeah, it's not good. It's like they've really put them in a box and made them afraid to leave that box. And now this masculine is very unhappy. I think they've been unhappy with themselves for quite some time and didn't understand why. And it's because they've never really experienced love. They've never really experienced giving their heart to someone and being vulnerable and being open and, connecting really with another person. Okay, so they've never really experienced that because they've always been so guarded, especially towards, the opposite sex or same sex, whatever they're attracted to. This is a general reading, okay? So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this masculine's mind and see what's going on here. All right, Spirit, please reveal to me, show me the masculine's thoughts towards his divine feminine. Okay, Spirit, please reveal to me this masculine's emotions towards their divine feminine. Okay. And you know what? Let's go ahead and move everything up just a little. All right. And what is their true intentions? What do they really want with their feminine and with this connection? Truly, what do they want in their heart? All right, let's take a look at their thoughts towards the karmic situation. Yep, look at that. The sun, generational karma, generational curses. This father has literally cursed their son with this, okay? That's what has happened. Spirit, please reveal to me the emotions this masculine feels towards their father, towards the karmic situation. Knight of Swords. Yeah, we need to move these over. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just so unorganized today. All right. You know those days where you just cannot get organized? Oh my gosh, I know some of you feel me on that one. Okay. I'm a Taurus, organization isn't really our greatest trait, but it's not like we're horrible at it, right? We're not the worst. All right, so anyways, let's get the intentions. What is their real intentions with the karmic situation? What do they really want? What would make them happy? Okay. So in their thoughts, we have the Nine of Swords. It's not safe. Okay, every human needs a vampire. That is their emotions towards their feminine. Notice the black blood coursing through their veins. We'll focus any. They feel bruised. They feel scarred. They feel anxious. They can't sleep at night. And the black blood is the curse that their father have placed upon them. Okay, they lay their head on their pillow, and it's like laying their head down only to enter into a maze at night, a maze of thoughts, a maze of emotions, and they can't seem to find their way out, work their way out. So this person has trouble sleeping. They have insomnia. They have racing thoughts that will not quit. And for some reason, they feel like they need to be this way. They need to have this energy. They need to like block everything emotionally. And it is toxic. And they know it's toxic. But when they lay their head down at night, their mind enters into a maze where all of these racing thoughts will not stop. And part of that is fear. It is fear of opening up. It is fear of the unknown because they've never allowed themselves to open up. Okay. We have Aquarius energy here. Let's get another card here for their thoughts towards their feminine. And another thing about this masculine, it doesn't matter how many people they've been with. It doesn't matter how many like sexual relationships they've had. At the end of the day, this person goes home by themselves and sleeps alone every single night. They go home to their bed alone. And that's when they can sleep. But either way, it's always alone. And that's another thing about this masculine, because they have been letting their mind lead, the traps of the mind, okay? Because what their father has taught them, that doesn't come from the heart. Maybe at one point it's come from their father's heart, a bitter heart who has been betrayed, who has been left, who has been hurt, right? That is coming from a bitter heart. But for this masculine, it has never been coming from their heart. No, it's been coming from their mind. And it's been coming from the things that have been placed there by their father. So they have not been following their heart at all. Their heart has been lying dormant in their chest, barely beating. And they're wondering why they can't sleep at night. So they have been totally logical in love, completely living inside of their head, like a maze, unable to see their way out. Okay, so it is now that they should understand, and they're hoping to understand anyways, that they can break free of it. And that means breaking free of the karma, okay? Breaking free of the mental maze, all right? Because we have the son here for their thoughts towards the father. Yes, they are their father's son. Their father has a big part in how they're feeling. And it says on this card, all of those things that mark you when you're young, that make you what you are. Okay, so this masculine has been marked, okay, by karmic energy, by a karmic generational curse, 10 of Pentacles, generational curse by their father. And their father does not even realize they have done this, but they have, okay? And we already talked about how they have done this, but they have actually manifested this curse on their son. Okay, so it has marked them. It is in their mind, not their heart. In order to break this curse, they will need to open their heart. They will need to unlock their heart, allow themselves to be vulnerable. That is what breaks the curse, okay? Let's get some masculine madness cards to go along with this reading. So let's get more clarification on the thoughts here for their feminine. You are so tempting. You are my temptress. I can't stop thinking about you. When I'm lying awake at night, I think about you. And honestly, and I'm channeling this masculine right now, okay? And honestly, it puts my mind into a maze that I can't find my way out of because it feels like there is no way out, okay? So they are very, very tempting to let down their guard. They are very, very tempted to open up their heart towards you. And they've really never felt this way before. But the one thing that they are sure of is that they absolutely cannot get you off of their mind. And you have inspired them to maybe open up their heart a little bit more. And they're also thinking about this connection, okay? No one else has ever had this hold or this grip on them and on their heart and on their attention the way that you do. And so this is different for them, right? So they can't think of a logical reason why they feel this way. And they're like racking their brain, their energy, trying to figure it out. There is no logical reason. You know why? Because there is nothing logical about love. You cannot let the mind lead in love or in your heart. It doesn't work that way. Okay, it leads to anxiety. It leads to racing thoughts, sleepless nights, everything this masculine is experiencing. And plus, they have that curse like in their mind. They have to let go of that only through the heart. But for the first time in their life, you make them want to. You make them want to open their heart. You make them want to be vulnerable. Okay. So let's go ahead and clarify the sun here. All right, so with the sun, we also have the Knight of Swords, Two of Cups. So this energy that has marked this masculine, okay, definitely has hurt them in their relationships, okay? There is not, and with the Ten of Pentacles and Five of Swords, it says here, excuse me, anyone who's ever been with me has ended up dead. It ain't a long list, but it's a bad one to be on. So this masculine, there isn't a single person in their life that they have ever had a romantic relationship with or any type of romantic interaction that is still around. That was not temporary, okay? Not a single one. And I think that this masculine wants to make their father proud. They want to impress them. They feel like, this is my family. I know it's small. I know that it's just me and my father. And I know that it's broken, but it's still good, right? That's what they're saying. It's still good, right? No, it's toxic. It's toxic. Okay? We have boundaries. There are some lines that you just should not cross. Okay? And we have a disrespecting of boundaries, and this is in between the father-son dynamic, okay? A lack of healthy boundaries, not knowing what a healthy relationship is between father and son. So a lot of things in their relationship, I feel, has been very inappropriate, and this father has not respected their son's boundaries. So there's been definitely a lack of respect here, okay? That has really like marked this masculine. Okay, so let's get another card. For their thoughts towards the karmic situation. Okay. So yeah, they have had like all of these lines crossed. They've had all of these boundaries crossed. They have been marked for what it feels like an eternity of doom, and it hurts. But a part of them, like, they feel like it hurts in a good way, and they used to enjoy this pain, the pain of feeling no real connection, right? But with the Two of Cups here, it says on this card, beat with my heart, more blessed than my heart can tell. And that hurts. Now they're realizing what a true connection feels like. Okay, now they're realizing the ways that they have been marked and what they're struggling with mentally. They're realizing that the most painful part about this is that opening up and really having those feelings for someone does hurt, but it hurts in a good way. Okay, and it only hurts because so many boundaries and lines have been crossed with this masculine because of their father. This should be something that is beautiful, that it should be celebrated. But this masculine feels they can't celebrate it because this masculine, their father, wants them to be just as bitter as they are. And for a while, it did happen. For a while, this masculine was just as bitter as their father. Okay? But this masculine is saying, your light is guiding me back home. This beautiful, radiant light is guiding me back home to my heart. Okay? Something I have not felt for a very long time. And feeling my heart for the first time in a long time, it does hurt. It does hurt, but it hurts so good. It hurts in a good way. And I feel so blessed to know this pain and to know this love. And it's something different than what I've ever experienced. And it's confusing. Okay? It's anxiety ridden, but at the same time, it's so inspiring and tempting. And it just fills me with this beautiful, radiant light. And I know that I'm on my way back home to where I'm truly meant to be, my true home, with my other half, my soulmate. So that's how they feel, okay? For the emotions with the feminine, we got the 10 of Pentacles. So they feel torn between a commitment that they want with this feminine and their father, the only family that they have, okay? So let's get a card here, and we can see in their heart, they do want a commitment. They do want to create their own family. But why do they feel like if they were to fall in love, if they were to commit to someone and create their own family, they feel like their father would be disappointed. They would look down on them, you know, like they would be leaving them like lonely and in the dust kind of energy. But that's not true. And the fact that this father has made them feel that way or think that has really crossed a line. And they have made them think this since they were very young, okay? So this is something that was instilled in them because of their father's bitterness. And let's take a look. And you know, I have Capricorn here. Okay, let's take a look further at the emotions towards the feminine. But again, with the 10 of Pentacles, you make them feel complete, okay, in a way that they've never felt before. And they feel in their heart like you are their family, you are their soul family. And they just feel that. And they feel that when they're with you, they've found their way back home somehow. All right, so we got fights. So there's been some arguments between you, I think, because it just seems like you're not on the same page. All right, that's what I'm feeling here. And this masculine does make excuses for his own behavior, and they get very defensive when this feminine brings up a commitment, okay? And honestly, it's a clash between their heart and their mind. That is the real fight that's taking place here. If this masculine is arguing with you, fighting with you, it is because they are projecting the argument and the fight between their mind and their heart, okay? It actually has nothing to do with this feminine. Take a look at the intentions here. Right, so this masculine is saying, I finally see that I have a lot of work to do. I finally see that I've been living in the shadows. I have been kept blind, okay? And, you know, they feel like they don't want to fight with their father. They don't want to bring it up. But this masculine has to start within, okay? They have a lot of shadow work to do, a lot, and they're fighting it. They're fighting the shadow work because it is going to entail dealing with the dynamics with the family, all right? So let's get another card for the shadow work. All right, so know that, you know, ending this unhealthy and toxic and karmic dynamic is not an ending to the relationship with your father. It is just ending the toxicity and starting a brand new beginning. Okay, so endings are really just new beginnings. There is really no endings. That's an illusion. Okay, so when we close one door, another door opens. All right, and we have self-care. So this is about making the best decisions and the healthiest decisions for yourself and letting go of anything that is not best for you. Okay, so whatever works for you. Sometimes what has been working for your father is not going to work for you. Sometimes it might even be detrimental or toxic to you. Okay, so this is making those decisions, allowing things to end for the better good of yourself because it's the healthiest choice for you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move the candle or the camera down. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the emotions towards their father. So we have the Knight of Swords. We also have Leo here. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Cancer with the Two of Cups. We have Libra again with the Five of Swords. And Capricorn with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. But with the Knight of Swords, and their heart, it's like they know they need to have, like, I feel like they just want to blurt things out to their father. It's like they want to go off on them. They're feeling a little bit angry now that they're seeing how this bitterness has affected them, and it has affected them. I mean, this is someone who has literally carried their father's karmic debt, okay, of their relationship with the opposite sex. You know, I feel it's the relationship with their mother, other feminines they had. Um, they have carried it for them, okay? And it's been burdensome. It's been lonely, okay? So, with the Knight of Swords, this masculine does feel angry at times in their heart towards their father. And there's times when they don't even know why. They don't even know why they're feeling this way, but sometimes they just want to like go off, right? And I feel like that's what they're going to do. It's only a matter of time before this masculine actually just goes off and says everything that they have been feeling. And yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt to say these things, but at the same time, it's going to feel so good and be so freeing to express yourself emotionally and draw those boundaries where they need to be. So there are some words that need to be said. Let's get another card here for the emotions. So this masculine and their heart, they want to speak what's on their heart. Okay. And this could be helpful for them to know how they're feeling, right? Because they feel so disconnected from their heart. To speak about it could help them to know exactly how they are feeling. All right. We have fooling the both of you. So they feel like their father has been dishonest and selfish, and they feel like their father has wanted their cake and to eat it too, you know, in the way that they have been placing this karmic debt on their son to carry for them. Okay, so that their son can be just as bitter and unhappy as they are. So let's get another card here for the emotions. So this masculine feels extremely emotionally tortured by how they're feeling with their father. They feel like their heart is bleeding out. We got my mind is torturing me with reminders of you everywhere I go. Every time I try to open my heart, every time I try to feel something, every time I think about my feminine, every time I want to move forward or make progress, my mind is tortured with all of your reminders, with all the things you've said, all the times you've tried to make me better, all of the bitterness and even, you know, hatred even that you've placed on me, you know, when I was only a child. And now my mind is tortured with reminders. And I also feel tortured in my heart of reminders of how you, father, masculine, have really hurt me, right? Have really hurt me, have marked me with this generational curse, have caused a lot of unnecessary pain, burdens, okay, that I didn't need to carry. So, what they really want to do is just speak from their heart, bluntly, openly, freely, even carelessly, and say how they really feel. Okay? Um, and it's like they never felt the need or the want to do this. They were perfectly happy with all their superficial relationships until they met this feminine. And that has changed everything. It's like their heart never beaten. It's like their heart was never beating before they met this feminine, and all of a sudden it was like a rush. It was like adrenaline, like they felt their heartbeat for the first time in their chest. And it did something to them. It woke them up to the paradigm they've been living in. They realized that they had boundaries all around them, preventing them from moving forward. Let's get another card here for the intentions. So this masculine wants love. They're ready to tell them, I want love. I want a connection. I know that you've been hurt, but you know what? I have been waiting a long time to have love, to have a connection. I have been fooled by you. I have followed your advice. I have done everything you told me to do. And did it make me happy? No. Okay, but I finally found somebody that was actually worth all this time waiting. Okay, and I'm ready to have that in my life. And this is their intentions, to tell their father, Knight of Swords, how they really feel. Two of Cups. Let's get another card here. Okay, and you know what? They're just going to say it. They're going to say how they feel, and they're going to pray that their father forgives them, but they have to speak from their heart. They can't hold it back anymore. Okay? And I am seeing this masculine praying. They have prayed more in the last 4 weeks than they've ever prayed. So I don't know what that means, but that means something, and they have been waiting to have this conversation with their father, and I think it's just going to come out unexpectedly. Okay? And they're just going to move forward and pray their father forgives them, because they have to do what's right for them. We have the Five of Swords in the intentions here, okay, with the feminine. All right, so, you know, this is mind games, all right, but I think they don't want to play mind games. They just are so confused right now, right? We also have love bond, so there is a deep, deep love bond between you, okay? And there are no real issues in your union. There is no real reason to fight about anything here. This is solely the generational curse they have been carrying. But no, there is a deep love bond between the two of you, and they wish to express that to you. They're also obsessed with you, feminine. They cannot get their mind off of you, okay? No matter how much they fight it, it's like they just can't get you off their mind. They're in love. They are in love with you, and there is no fighting it. And the harder they try, the more they're going to be faced with that shadow work, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the actions. Now, this is the actions they will take, okay, towards their feminine. And the actions they will take towards the karmic energy. Okay, this is really, really good, you guys, because towards the feminine, we got the Fool. This masculine is looking in the mirror, maybe even for the first time, they're seeing and finding out who they really are, not who someone tells them they are, but who they really are at a soul level. So it says, I'm ready. I'm ready to leave everything I was outside of this door, walk outside of this karmic store, okay? Everything I am, I'm bringing with me, and everything I was, I'm leaving here. So that's what they're ready to do with this feminine, okay? And for the masculine, the karmic energy, we have the King of Wands. You know, they're tired of being controlled, all right? And we have, there are things that you can't control. I can't control if my father or this karmic is mad at me. I can't control if they want to control me. But guess what? There are things you can't control, and you can't control me. There are battles that you lose, okay? At the end of the day, the only thing we really have is the people we trust. All right. And I'm ready to trust someone. I'm ready to open my heart. I'm ready to feel passion and love. And that's what I have to do. I'm letting my heart lead me. And to their father, well, this battle is a battle you'll lose. Okay. So let's get some messages from the angels about this shadow work. How can the masculine get through the shadow work more quickly, okay, and kind of keep themselves feeling okay during it, right? So let's go ahead and get some cards. All right, we got Ascended Masters, so you can call upon the help of the Ascended Masters. And also it says powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. So also listening to spiritual teachers, okay? Listening to spiritual guidance, being more spiritual, okay? Learning more about the spiritual realm can really help open your heart chakra as well when it's been closed for so long. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, so know that you will have victory, and this is Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard, and they have been answered, masculine. All of that praying that you've been doing, they've been heard. They have been answered. You will have victory. All you need is faith in yourself, so don't lose that faith. Everything's going to work out, even if it seems like it isn't. All right, so let's close up the reading by getting this feminine, some messages from their masculine, heart to heart. What do they want to say? One more, Spirit says. Okay. All right. So we have, I got spooked. All right. So this connection was strong. It was stronger than anything else they've ever experienced. And they've never wanted to open, excuse me, their heart to anyone. So it kind of spooked them. But seeing you, it reminds them of the things that they know deep down. It's not always easy to deal with. It's not always easy to deal with the fact that their father has placed like this generational curse on them and this burden on them. It's not always easy to deal with the fact that they have been steered in the wrong direction by someone that they truly trusted. You know, it's not easy to deal with, and seeing you kind of reminds them of that fact. And they get spooked sometimes because they just was not ready to hear it yet, right? Or they felt like they weren't ready, but really spiritually they were ready. They were longing for it spiritually. And they're saying, I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. I'm just not ready yet. I have to have this conversation with my father, with the karmic situation, whatever it is. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to tell the feminine about your connection. All right, that flew. So we have this beautiful heart and it's a flame. It is lit up. It is on fire because this masculine's heart is lit up and it's on fire and they're feeling it for the first time. And this is about transformation. So be prepared, feminine. Your relationship with one another is about to really deepen. Love conquers and it transforms all things. Okay. So that is the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated with you, please leave me a like and a subscribe and a comment down below. I really love reading all of your guys' comments. Thank you. And yeah, if you would like to be notified, don't forget to hit the bell whenever I post a reading. You never know when I'll be telling your story or even your masculine story next. Okay? So, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.